Did you hear Rakita was arrested? Someone linked this in my Discord. Let's see if we can find Nick Rakita over here on the left. Rakita Nicholas Robert. What does the F stand for? Felony or... I don't know what the F stands for. Rakita Nicholas Robert. 42. Drugs of the 5th degree, possess schedule 1, 2, 3, 4. Court pending, possession of ammo, any firearm, user of controlled substance. F stands for F stands for the F slur. Damn.
Well, I've
literally
avoided...
arguing with a child? Yes, I am arguing with a child because we've already shown that there's no way to get him to leave. We've tried banning him about 5 billion goddamn times. That's not going to work. Sometimes it feels nice to get riled up. Sometimes it's nice to yell at him. What do I think of the, I don't know how to say that name, but the serpent guy? I've watched like 1 or 2 of his videos. I don't have much of an opinion at all.
Outside of randomly.
Just because we want to move to a more expensive liberal area. All right. But now back to the content. All right. Your boy, I know that people have been talking about Nick Rekieta for a couple of months now. I don't really have much of an opinion on Rakita Law. I know that he blew up super big during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I know that he had like, I think he had 100,000 concurrent live viewers on during the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Like that sort of shit. He was on top of the fucking world in terms of the like political legal streaming space, right? But he couldn't handle it, I guess. I don't know what's going on with his real life at all, but he seemed like a relatively nice dude, if a little bit, you know, further right than I would personally be, or like stand to be around if I was ever talking politics with my friends. But like, he didn't seem like a necessarily like bad dude. Like he was a conservative, but he wasn't like one of those like weird fucking especially crazy people, right? He was just kind of like a average conservative kind of guy. So I was like, okay, he's a dude. He's making money on YouTube, but he could not handle the fame. And people have noted that he looks really bad nowadays because he's been drinking like a motherfucker. He's been, he's been drinking on stream and looking like absolute fucking hell, dude. Absolute fucking hell. And I guess today, we zoom in so that you guys can really see, and I'll have to hide the overlay for a second. You can see him right here. Rakita Nicholas Law. So basically Andrew, well, I don't think Andrew has gone down nearly as far as this guy has. Andrew Wilson has a smoking and a drinking problem, maybe, but he hasn't been arrested for possession of fucking firearms and possession of controlled substances.
Passively talking about this for the last couple weeks. Obviously, there's a major break in this case. One of the most prominent law tubers, who was extremely popular during the Depp trial and things like that, Nick Rekieta, has been arrested. And obviously, I'm not surprised. Anybody who knows what's been going on with Nick, they're not surprised. But I know there's going to be lots of videos making fun of him. That's not what I want to do. I also don't want to I asked myself and I asked my chat, should I make the video? And I think the overwhelming question is, or the answer was, if the situations were reversed, would Nick make the video about me? Absolutely. And I wouldn't be mad about it. Like if he live streamed and laughed about me getting arrested for, what he got arrested for, why wouldn't he cover it? Nick is one of the most famous YouTube, law tubers in the world. Obviously Barnes is very popular, Viva Fry, many others. But I did want to make the video hopefully as kind of a cautionary tale. I've said out loud, on streams before, people ask, I wish the best for Nick. I hope this is rock bottom for him.
Does somebody have an article on this? Or Nick Rekieta lawyer 1 day ago, and then today he gets arrested. Oof, rough. LinkedIn. No articles. Immediately. Damn, all of the news stories are like super old too.
As I've been around, like many of my viewers have been around for a lot of years, I know what addiction looks like. I have an addictive personality myself, and I feel
I'm sorry. I'm gonna give this little statement, but then I want to watch the video because I need to end stream here in a couple of seconds. Okay, I want to see what's going on here, say something about it, and leave. What are some behaviors you recommend for me to change so I can get along in chat without agreeing with you? Spamming, number one. Number two, creating long strings of buzzwords, like I showed earlier. That is just unhinged fucking behavior. It's actually like, I've had to ban people from my chat in the past because they were very obviously mentally ill. And it's literally 1-to-1 with how someone with a literal mental illness of like paranoid schizophrenia has typed in my chat. And also assuming like literally anyone that disagrees with you is evil. Like, please, for the love of God.
I feel like I've gotten right up against the line once or twice in my life. You know, whether it was booze or pills or whatever, I've definitely been there. And it comes, you know, it goes slowly and then really fast. You know, it hits you, and before you know it, you've been on a 3-week bender, and you know, your friends are saying like, dude, slow down, or whatever the case is. And you know, I obviously reached out to Nick privately multiple times, talked to him. I reached out to his
typing the way Chris Chan speaks. I don't think I've ever heard a recording of Chris Chan speaking. I have no idea what that motherfucker sounds like. I've avoided it.
Or I was a close circle of his friends reached out to me privately and was like, hey, we're going to get, you know, would you want to take part if we can get him to do some sort of intervention? Obviously, I said yes to that. I would have gone to Minnesota to do it in person. You know, I like Nick a lot. Anybody who's seen him live streaming over the last couple months, which I'm not going to go over, I'm not going to show him at his lowest moments on live streams, things like that. Yeah.
Well, something you need to understand, Friend Archfield, is that Uncle Sam is not a real person, nor does it describe any institution in the United States. So you're just saying Uncle Sam as a nebulous catch-all phrase to mean the government. Neoliberal and fascist are nearly antonyms from each other. So like describing someone as a neoliberal fascist makes literally no fucking sense. Cronyist, if you want to talk about cronyism, I don't think Biden is nearly the person that you want to talk about cronyism. Like, what capitalist fucking billionaires you see Biden palling around with on social media on a regular basis? Like, who do you see Biden conferring with before implementing some kind of law? Stop using a lot of people to give you definitions. Learn what the definition is.
As mugshot, probably the thumbnail, but I would 100% expect the exact same thing from Nick to do to me. So if you don't know, Nick Rekieta was just arrested earlier this morning for possession, which I don't care that much about. I care more about, how do I say it, the state of him. He's obviously lost his way in like a dark, kind of a dark path. And Nick, this is going to be a brutal week. I'm sure there are live streams going on right now laughing at you. I'm not going to do that. I don't think this is funny. Nick has there's 5 kids in that house. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cool. I mean, I've made jokes here and there, but I want to be on the record. This is the only last I'm going to say about it. The only thing.
I mean, I don't know a lot about Nick Rekieta. Like, the only reason I would laugh at this is if he has laughed at other people for similar reasons. Like, if you're going to be that motherfucker that's going to make fun of other people for like their darkest moments in life, then expect other people to make fun of you for your darkest moments in life. Like, it sucks for the kids, but I don't know if I don't even know what happened to him.
Thing I'm gonna say about it.
Please, someone find me something that like it tells me exactly what he was arrested for, because like this is not helping me. This right here does not help me at all. Nick dropping N-bombs is the funniest shit ever. No way.
You know, I don't think it's cool or funny that a guy with 5 kids is like,
yeah, possession of guns and drugs, but like, did they raid his house? Was he out on the street with, you know, like the no bullshit meme, like guns and weed hanging out of his pockets? Like, speaking of darkest memento,
you never know. You never know.
Oh, hold on. He has to pee. He's in his basement, guys. I couldn't hear it. Oh, wait. Was that the sound of the piss going down the drain, bro? Oh, maybe it was sound effects from his game?
I've literally never lost that round, but I'm ready. I'm ready now. Oh my God. I just peed in my basement.
Oh, he admitted to it. That's how we know for sure.
No, not in the kitty litter. Just in the drain. In the drain. Look, if you want to watch a streamer that wants to pee in the potty, go watch someone else. When you're a pro gamer like me, yeah, I mean, if
This chat, bruh, that's an epic gamer moment if I've ever seen one.
if you're a dude if you want to watch a dude that's going to piss in,
Bro, that's so rough. That's so rough. Never get drunk while streaming, guys. What are my hobbies outside of politics? I guess we're not going to get anything out of this. Is he going to like say anything? Oh, wait, hold on. There's fucking things here. What are my hobbies outside of politics? I write music. We're going to release an EP by the time I leave Houston. Me and my buddy that we have a band. So I write music. I spend time with my friends. We go out and we hang out with real life people on a very, very regular basis. I like to play video games. I like to what are other things that I like to do? Those are like the biggest things right now. But I mean, like over the course of my life, I have I've sang in choirs. I have learned different instruments. I like to play the piano. I like to play the guitar. I like to learn different instruments. Like I have a fairly normal life, all things considered.
Mugshots are never going to go away. They're going to follow you everywhere. You know, one time, you know, and again, like, I'm not throwing any stones here. You know, I've certainly live streamed. This is why I don't drink and live stream anymore. You do something stupid, you think it's funny, and then it follows you around freaking forever. And all I did was piss in my basement. Not like on the carpet, like down a drain. It's all pipes, okay? Anyway, but still, like, freaking 3 years later, people are throwing that in my face like it's some kind of own. I didn't care then, I don't care now. But it's like, that's, you know, I stopped because I didn't want this stuff. And it just, you know, it's bad. You know, people are going to make fun of him, the Sonichu curse. They're allowed to do that. You know, you see, I think it looks like they've got 5th degree possession. So they had whatever, some sort of substance. And then they also were in possession of some sort of a weapon while they were also, I don't know a spot in the Second Amendment that says you can, I think they've got 5th degree possession. So they and it just, you know, it's bad. You know, people are going to make fun of him, the Sonichu curse. They're allowed to do that. You know, you see, I think it looks like they've got 5th degree possession. So they had whatever, some sort of substance. And then they also were in possession of some sort of a weapon while they were also, I don't know a spot in the Second Amendment that says you can't enjoy a little booger sugar while also observing your Second Amendment right. But I also think it's important to point out he's been arrested, not convicted. I don't think there's really any question whether or not he was doing it, because he was doing it on live streams very obviously every night. And this other woman is some other YouTuber's wife or ex-wife who they got some throuple going with. I don't care about any of that. Like, I get it. I'm not shaming anyone who wants to dunk on him for it. It's hilarious to them, and that's fine.
It's probably coke.
I'm not above a few jokes, you know. And I'm hoping that Nick, you know, this is rock bottom for him, and he gets some help. Nick, I hope you get help, dude. You know, you're too old for this stuff. You're 42 years old, man. What are you doing? You know, having, like, you know, drug-fueled 3-ways in your 40s. It's too. You got five kids. You know, like, too much, man. This is getting off pretty light. I know he's got other stuff going on. He's getting sued for saying something stupid. But it's, you know, it's, hopefully this is rock bottom. I have to admit that as somebody who's watched him spiral, you know, it has made me take some stock in life too. And I don't want people to, whatever, have fun. You have possession of a controlled substance and having firearms in his last bizarre stream. He had powder visible on his nose. Again, there are a lot of armchair quarterbacks. I don't think or know if Nick's made any kind of comment. It doesn't appear so. But if it were any other YouTuber, I would have made the video, and so I'm making the video. Nick got arrested. He's been acting very stupidly for a significant amount of time, and he got caught. My suspicion is someone from the farms or somewhere around called in a wellness check or something. Cop showed up, and he was under the influence or whatever. This isn't going to ruin his life. You know, you get a little caught with possession. It's not a big deal. I'm not like a Puritan.
Now, is this a felony, or is this a... I mean, it's 5th degree for not more than 5 years, or a payment of a fine not more than $10,000, or both. So that's the maximum he would get. If this is his first time offense, it's probably going to be much lower. Is that what the F stands for? Nick being drunk?
Fire PS is what?
Bro, he looks so rough. This is not the same guy that I saw on those fucking... Yeah, I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but there's like a part where he's just... He thought that he ended stream. Or is this... No, this is 3 months ago. There was one from like 2 days ago that was like really, really rough. He was a lawyer. But Bro, does this guy look rough? Good fucking God.
To a streamer that they're drunk and you don't like them, doing that over and over and over, while they get the view credit, the chat credit, the interaction credit, and maybe
And is
even
him just trying to
next
speak?
day. I'm gonna take this home. You're like, don't you want a fire hose? Do that? No. If you don't get this thing, like it, how do I state this? We're gonna quit.
Jesus Christ, that's so rough, dude. Jesus. Well, welcome. For people that are new, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Kick, I'm Sondsol. I am a political science student. I like to talk about politics. I like to argue about politics. We talk about all sorts of fun things on here, like drama and politics. And I like to argue with people in chat about a lot of different things. Like, comment, and subscribe. I don't like to shill. Also,